Welcome back to our channel TechThriveX. In our last video, we learned how to build the house using DDL, but a structure is useless if the data inside it is garbage. Constraints are the rules that ensure data integrity. They make sure your data is accurate, unique, and connected properly. Coming to the core goals of constraints, it is data accuracy, data uniqueness, and proper connection. Coming to data accuracy, it ensures that information stored in the database is correct and matches the intended format or value range. Coming to data uniqueness, it prevents redundant records by ensuring that specific identifiers are never duplicated within a table. And coming to the third pillar, it is proper connections. It maintains valid relationships between different tables so that data remains interconnected and logical. Every house needs a unique address. In SQL, that is your primary key. It must be unique for every row. It cannot be empty or null. Why we are using primary key? Example, if you are having 100 users named Alex, then the primary key, you can consider it as user ID, is the only thing that tells them apart. For that reason, we are using primary key. Think of it as your fingerprint. There is only one and it defines exactly who you are in the system. Coming to the SQL syntax, you can see here we are creating a table students with student ID and the constraint primary key we are using here for the column student ID because student ID can never be empty or else it cannot be null. Coming to foreign key, you can assume it as the bridge between two tables. A column in one table that points to the primary key in another. It creates a relationship between these two tables. It prevents orphan data to enter. Example, you cannot have an order for a customer who does not exist. The foreign key makes sure the customer ID in your orders table actually matches a real person in your customers table. You can see the example syntax here. Here you can see, right, we are creating a table orders. So with order ID as a primary key because it cannot be null and it should be unique. For that reason, we are giving order ID as a primary key and order date as a date column and customer ID column as a int data type. And coming to here, as we discussed, here we are using foreign key of customer ID, which is referencing this table customer ID only. Okay, I mean orders table customer ID. We are referencing references to customers. Customers means it is a customer's table name and this is the column of customers tables customer ID, which means it is not allowing any order if the customer ID is not matched with customer's table customer ID. That is what it does. Coming to other key constraints, you can call it as a secondary constraint as well. Okay. Uh, the first one is not null. This column cannot be left empty. You must provide data when inserting a record. Example, I mean this is the syntax, right? Full name and not null, which means you cannot leave it empty. While filling forms, you can observe a star mark, right? Which means you cannot leave it empty. So keep that in mind. That is the same like not null. Coming to the second constraint, it is unique. Every value in this table or else in this column must be different from the others. Unlike a primary key, you can have multiple unique columns in one table. Here is the syntax. Username, varchar, unique. And coming to the third constraint, it is default constraint. If you don't provide a value, SQL will automatically plug in a backup value that we have predefined. Here you can see, right, for this status column, we are predefining a default value as draft. If you don't give a value to this status column while inserting the data, then it will take the default value as draft. Now it's time to test your SQL knowledge. So the first question, can a table have more than one primary key? Here comes the hint. Can a person have two different unique fingerprints? If the answer is no, you will find out the answer. If you understand the hint, you can easily answer it. Coming to the next question. What happens if I delete a record linked by a foreign key? Okay, here comes the hint. Can you remove the foundation of a bridge while someone is standing on it? Yeah, hint is very easy, right? I know you guys can answer that question. Now let's move to our third question. What is the core difference between unique and primary key? You guys need hint? Here comes. Both are unique, but which one allows a null? I mean empty value. Yes. Okay, if you are not able to answer these questions, don't worry. We will discuss the detailed answers in the next video. And I am keeping the practice task in the description below for you guys to solve. Go check it out and tell me your score in the comments. Now you have set the rules. Your data is safe. In the next video, we start filtering like a pro with basic clauses. Hit subscribe, grow beyond your limits. I will see you in the next video.